Today is Tuesday. It's December 10th, 2K13. Good morning or good day. It's Tuesday, and it's what? December 10th. I said that.
That's right.
This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good morning. Thank you for being with us.
At least most of the time, that's who we are.
That's exactly
most
right.
Of the time. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today it is the second day of the work week for many. And as we quickly approach the end of the year,
Wow.
in just 3 weeks or 3.5 weeks or whatever. Anyway, it's moving along very quickly. And whenever you're writing something that requires a date in the new year, say for the first, how long does it take you before you get it right?
Oh, good 2 weeks.
Does it? That's about right for me as well.
Really?
Yeah.
And I'll get it wrong a few times.
Yeah,
I'll
well-
write 13 once it's 14.
Yeah. Yeah, so will I.
Yeah.
Oh, is it 13? Oh, well, no wonder I keep
Yeah.
getting all that stuff.
Have you been
back.
off for a year?
I've been off about 3 years. Yeah.
That's sad,
Oh,
Wayne.
it is. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay. let's
On
see.
today's show,
What's on today's program?
let's see. Oh, we have Dr. Philip KERSTETTER. He's
Oh.
the president of Mount Olive College.
Great.
He's on talking about all the happenings. And there are some really unique things that are happening at Mount Olive
Yeah.
College. You don't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
miss that. And then, of course, we had someone here from Wayne County Public Library reading a story for us.
Yes, we've got some readers in here reading Christmas books, and I enjoyed that. That was fun.
Yeah.
You just watch, wait and see.
So what's happening?
Well, tomorrow at the Senior Center,
Yes.
tomorrow's the 11th, tomorrow they have a holiday open house from 1:30
Oh.
until 4:30. Seniors are welcome to come by and enjoy some holiday cheer and refreshments. There will be entertainment, music, and fun. And you never know, Father Christmas just may show up.
Is this their bazaar?
That is bizarre, isn't it? No, this is
It's
not.
not their bazaar.
No, the bazaar, actually, the bazaar was last Saturday.
Okay.
So we're past
Bazaar
that
has
point.
happened.
It's bizarre. We're beyond bazaar time.
Okay.
Okay? This is coming up tomorrow. Holiday open house. It's for seniors. And spread some holiday cheer. You never know who may show up. It's if you have any questions, call Aaron, 705-1785. Senior Center's
right.
at 2001 East Ash Street,
Yes, it
in
is.
case you're thinking, looking. What you got?
Oh, let's see. I want to remind you that this weekend, you don't want to miss the 6th annual Christmas Carol put on by Center Stage Theater. That'll be at the Paramount this
boy.
weekend. They'll have shows Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They would love for you to be there. It's a beautiful show. That is one of the oldest Broadway musicals that refers to Christmas.
And what is it?
Christmas Carol.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And this is taking place at the Paramount Theater this weekend, the 13th, 14th, and 15th, put on by our local community theater, Center Stage. They would love for you to attend, and if you would like to do so, you can get tickets right there at the Paramount box office.
There you go. You know, this is Quince and Watermelon Month.
Really?
It is. December. I don't know
I know,
why.
that's not really. You
It
would
does
think
make sense.
watermelon would be in the summertime.
You would think. This is National Tie Month.
I'm glad you got yours on.
I have it on, yes. This is also National Write a Business Plan Month.
Interesting.
So if
okay.
you have a plan to go into business, you must write a business. Well, you don't have to, but it certainly is advisable
It
to write a
absolutely
business
is.
plan.
Or if you're in business, revisit your plan.
Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Who's having a
Sometimes we
birthday?
do that.
Yeah, there you go. Birthdays today include Raven Simone. Raven Simone,
Oh,
you
yeah,
remember Cosby?
I do.
Little Cosby kid. She was about that tall.
Yes. Full of personality.
Oh, yeah, she still is. She's 28 years old today. Can you
Wow.
believe
She
that?
had her own show for a short
She
period of
did.
time.
Yeah, very funny girl. Bobby Flay.
Oh, yeah, the chef.
He's cooking up number 49 today.
49.
Can you believe that?
I'm
Anyway,
with you.
some say Xavier, some say Javier. Javier Samuel is 29, became known for playing Riley on the Twilight saga.
Okay.
Eclipse. He was Riley. He's 30 today. Nia Peoples is 52 today. She played a role in the 1982 TV series Fame.
Yes.
Later appeared on several episodes of the series Walker, Texas Ranger. Nia Peoples, 52. Susan Day.
Yes.
Yeah, she was one of the Partridge Family. I think she was the girl.
Like there was only one?
Oh, okay. She's 61 today. She grew up and became a lawyer in L.A. law.
Okay.
The very lovely Gloria Loring, pretty blonde lady, Alan Thicke's first wife.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
On something about ties.
Family
Ties.
She was on,
Wrong show?
no, I think that is the right show. Anyway, she was on Facts of Life
Okay.
for a while, just a short part, and she was on Different Strokes. no, I'm sorry. She and Alan Thicke wrote the theme song for Different Strokes and for Facts of Life.
Oh, neat.
Yeah,
Didn't
she's
know
a
that.
singer and actress and all that stuff. I think she was on what you said there for a while. Anyway, she's 67 today. And if Dan Blocker had lived, Hoss Cartwright, he would have been 85 today. He died
What was the name
at
of that show?
a very early age. Dan Blocker?
No, the name of the show he was
Oh,
on.
Hoss Cartwright played. Hoss Cartwright was the middle brother.
On Guns. No.
No.
Bonanza.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dum-da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. There you go.
That was good.
There you go. Anyway, that's it. And our trivia question before we go to break.
Yes.
Before we go to our programs, our trivia question today is Hoss Cartwright,
Yes.
the character,
Uh-huh.
had a name, and it was not Hoss. Hoss was his nickname. What was his real name? That's the question. It was the same name as Ricky Nelson's real first name.
Interesting. Okay, we'll have to think on that.
There you go. All right.
Stay with us.
Okay.
Have you heard what's happening at Mount Olive College? Well, joining me today is Dr. Philip KERSTETTER. He is the president of Mount Olive, and he's here to give us some exciting details on what's going to be happening the month of December. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. We always are excited to hear from all of you in Mount Olive. We have, over the past few months, we've had quite a good standing of people coming to report about events you're having, updates on things with the Chamber of Commerce, and the list goes on. And so we're always excited when people from Mount Olive come up and talk with us about your events.
Well, great. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, thank you, thank you. Tell us about this Candlelight event that you're having on campus.
Well, it's called Christmas by Candlelight. This is the 5th year that we will be doing this. And it's really patterned after an old traditional English service of carols and lessons that dates back to Cambridge University in 1918. And it really is a series of scripture readings and then choral or instrumental responses. We think this is a great activity to celebrate the Advent and celebrate the onset of the Christmas season. As you know, Mount Olive College is a denominational ministry of the Convention of Original Free Will Baptist. So faith is something that is important to us and something that we celebrate. This particular activity is really our gift to the community, in which we can give back to the community for all the things that the community has done for us. Now, this will be on the 8th of December, and because of the popularity over the last couple of years, we're actually going to have 2 performances.
Oh,
One will be
great.
on Sunday afternoon at 2:30. The other one will be at 6:30 at night. Now, both of these will take place at Assembly Hall, which is part of the Bird apartment complex in downtown Mount Olive. It's actually on 207 Wooten Street. It's where the old high school used to be.
Exactly.
And it's a glorious old assembly hall, and it just sets really the right stage for this activity. And there will be luminaries that are possible for people to basically purchase in honor of a loved one or in memory of somebody. And the proceeds that we get from those will actually go for the Cokes for Kids project that we work on with the elementary school in Mount Olive.
Oh, wow, that's a nice collaboration for
Yeah.
you guys.
Well, our connection to the community is important to us, and as broadly or narrowly defined as we want to talk about. I do need to let you know that because of the popularity of this, people really need to make reservations for this. The
Okay.
event is free, but we're asking people to make reservations so that we can assure that they do have a place to sit.
And how do they do that? Do they call the college?
They can do all kinds of things, but the easiest way is to call the college and ask for Melba Ingram. She works in our
Melba Ingram.
in our institutional advancement office. Her telephone number is 919-299-4582. I'll do that again.
Yeah, that's great.
919-299-4582. You can also contact her by email, which is mingram, mingram, @moc.edu.
Perfect. Now, if someone were to, if they forget the name or forget the phone number and they call Mount Olive College and just say, I'd like to come to or respond to the Candlelight event, who do I need to talk with?
Well, if they call the central number at Mount Olive College and say, help, we can get them over to where they need to be on that one. But again, I really want to make certain, particularly if people are going to be driving down from other parts of Wayne County,
Right.
that they really do know that they're going to have a place. So I would encourage them to do that.
Perfect. So
It'll be
that's-
a great event.
It sounds like it. So
Yeah.
that's Sunday afternoon.
And Sunday evening,
And Sunday evening.
December the 8th.
Okay, so 2 shows, 1 day.
Yes.
Same location, and you've got a beautiful historic location to hold the event. I'm
we
sure
are
that
so
makes
pleased.
it even more.
We are so
more
pleased to do
interesting.
it there. It'll look gorgeous, decorated for the Christmas season.
Now the luminaries that people are purchasing, are you all asking them to put the luminaries out that evening or anytime they so choose? Or
If they're interested in having a luminary, they need to go to our website.
okay,
And that is www.moc.edu. I'm going to keep saying that. moc.edu/CBC, Christmas by Candlelight.
okay.
And if they go there, they can, basically register for one. That is probably going to close down in the next, couple of days.
Okay.
But so that would need to take place sooner rather than anything else. But again, most important thing is we'd love to have people from the community at this event, and please go ahead and call us or email ahead of time so we can make certain that there's a place for everybody.
Well, it sounds like a beautiful, very reverent event. And that is a nice change and a nice take on the entire Christmas season. So thank you for offering that.
Oh, it's our pleasure, and as I said, it's a way that we give back to the community.
And is this, and you probably have already covered this, but is this multiple singers, multiple groups of singers that
Yes.
come together from the college?
We have various singing groups that sing separately. They'll
Right.
sing together as a combined choir. We also have several instrumental groups, and all of our students are going to be participating in this
Wow.
that are part of a very active and very growing and exciting music program on campus.
And you all you're known for having a great music program, and that's one of the things that
Okay.
makes Mount Olive stand out through the years, at least in our community. We love it. We always have.
Well, we're excited about where we are right now and excited about where the future of that program is going to go.
Well, speaking of, let's talk about, if you don't mind, the new master's degree program that Mount Olive College now offers. Can you
Yes.
tell us a little more about that?
Well, this is an MBA, it's a Master of Business Administration degree program, and it is our first graduate program, which is really exciting
That
for
is
us to
very
Mount
exciting.
Olive College. And I think it follows historically that which makes sense, that the college was founded in 1951 and then became a two-year institution, then became a four-year institution in '86. And basically 30 years, and now we're at that next stage and offering a graduate program. We will look at a couple other graduate programs that we will probably unveil over the next 2 years. But our most important function right now is to make sure the MBA is up and running the way that we intend it to be. It isn't a completely online program, by the way.
That's what I was going to ask.
And we designed it that way because what we're finding is so many people that are interested in that Master's of Business Administration degree are remarkably busy people that can't always schedule around a class meeting. This way, by being it online, they have a chance of doing their work when they need to, interacting with the professors at different times, interacting with each other through chat rooms, discussion groups. It'll be a very, very robust program, and probably the logical one for us to start first because our Tillman School of Business is nationally accredited as a school of business. So it makes sense for us to make the first leap there.
Well, that's interesting to hear you talk about how the changes have taken place every 30 years. And 30 years from now, who knows where
I don't
college will be. Who knows where it'll be and what all it will offer at that time. But what an exciting time to offer an MBA right here at our local college. That's fantastic.
I think it is really exciting, and one of the things that when we had the education forum last month, it was really very clear that Wayne County has a real advantage by not only having an outstanding two-year institution, but also having an outstanding four-year institution right here in
That's
Wayne
right.
County.
Right here at our fingertips. Not only our adults for adult learning, but our youth, they also have the opportunity right here to take advantage of both of these great colleges right here in our community. That's fantastic.
Right.
Well, where do you see some additional growth taking place at Mount Olive College over the next 5-10 years?
Well, I fully expect that we will continue to expand graduate education over the next couple of years. As he said, we really want to make certain that the MBA is off and running the way that we want it to be. I see a major expansion in terms of looking at healthcare, because that's certainly a very, very dominant need for this part of the state, and frankly, the whole country,
Exactly.
but especially this part of the state. And we think that we're in a very good situation by having not only our location in Mount Olive, but all of our other locations to be able to take the programs to where the people are that will really serve this region. And I think the interesting aspect for me is when you look at how many of our students are from North Carolina, and particularly from this eastern part of the state, what I'm excited about is whether it's our nursing program or our new education program, we are serving students who are from these rural environs that would very much, they love where they live, they would love to go back. They can come to a campus that gives them the education that they need, then to go back and serve their community. That's why I think the initial vision of establishing Mount Olive that was located in this eastern part of the state makes so much sense.
That just is exciting to hear of what you all will be offering and how our community can embrace that. Well, how many campuses do you all have now?
Well, we did have 7 different locations. We
7.
have the one in Mount Olive. We have one here in Goldsboro, Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. We have one at RTP, one in Washington, one in New Bern, one in Wilmington, and our newest one is actually in Jacksonville.
Okay, my goodness. So you're growing by leaps and bounds, it sounds like.
Yes.
What is your student number up to these days?
We're about 4,000 students. We have about 950 traditional students that are at the Mount Olive location, and then we have adult students, the non-traditional students, not only on our campus in Mount Olive, but obviously at all the other locations. And so when you combine everybody, it's about 4,000. It varies from one semester to the next.
Right. What would you say is your most sought after or most popular department?
Oh, I'm going to get in big trouble. As soon as I say one, I'm going to say, why did you say us?
Right.
I will tell you that right now, you know, a lot of students are in the business programs. They see, you know, whether it's accounting or business administration or whatever. A lot of people are in our nursing programs, our education programs, our criminal justice is a big
I
program.
hear a lot about your criminal justice.
Program on that. I'm particularly excited. Again, I'm going to get into trouble.
Sorry.
But the science program is particularly of interest to me because it is such a large program, and it's so unusual to have that large of a science program at a smaller institution. Normally that's something that takes place at larger institutions. The other one that I really need to lift up is our agricultural programs, because we have agricultural business, agricultural education. We're preparing more and more ag ed teachers for this region than one can imagine.
That is so good to know that you've got such a strong and such a growing agricultural program.
It is an exciting program, and part of the thing that also makes exciting, just like the science programs, is you very seldom have an agricultural program at a small liberal arts college.
Exactly.
And the fact that we did, and we do, is really an exciting testimony to, again, the leaders of the college who came before me, seeing this as an important program for the college to serve this region. And Dr. Bird was very visionary in seeing that connection. So we see a major expansion coming in out of that. Again, that becomes a really attractive program for students from this region who are growing up on farms, want to stay in agriculture, whether it's farming or into the ag business areas.
And to be able to even possibly live at home and commute and get their education during the day and then also farm later in the afternoon or early in the morning. Yeah, it just makes it so convenient for the local folks.
Well, and as they said, I think what we've looked at are programs that are going to serve this region and serve the educational needs of this region. So the ones that I've mentioned here, and I could mention the other ones as well, but I lifted those up because they are either kind of unique for our program or they're the ones that are the most popular. And part of that is our students right now are trying to look at those connections between what I'm going to study and what I'm going to do afterwards.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I will say the one thing that is important for everybody to know, all of our degree programs, whether we're talking agriculture, biology, whatever, all have a strong underpinning of the liberal arts curriculum. It's part of our general core of all the different degree programs that we have. And we've been emphasizing that more and more, because certainly if I'm going to be a nurse or I'm going to work in agriculture or business, I need to have those skill sets unique for those professions. But my ability to respond to new opportunities, make a career shift, do something else, be an informed citizen, really come from those groundings in those liberal arts courses.
You're exactly right. My goodness.
Yeah.
Well, how about the music program? Tell me a little more about that, about what the different things that are offered through that program, and how people in the community, maybe some things that they're not aware of.
Well, it's a very dynamic and growing music program. We basically have two different majors in the music program. One is the music education, and the other one is basically performance.
Right.
And a smattering of students are in each of those different majors, probably a little bit more right now in music education. We have not only the academic side, but we have the performance side. And so we've got a fine symphonic band, a really neat emerging jazz ensemble, which they're going to be a real gem. We have different singing groups. We have a chamber choir, small vocal group. We have Free Spirit, which is really a Christian praise group that goes out. And then typically the Free Spirit and chamber choir will form together with some other people who are not in those two smaller groups and form our overall campus choir. And it's been exciting to see how those things have been growing. It's also exciting to see how many non-music majors we have in these groups.
Interesting.
You know, I mean, one of the real beauties of music is the fact that it's something that, regardless of your major, is something that gives real joy, and people are passionate about it. And one of the nice things at Mount Olive is that people can be in these various performance groups, and many are music majors, whether it's performance or education. Many are not. And so it's a way that they are still able to do some really exciting things and still pursue some of their other academic programs.
Well, you hear so many people talk about, just in life in general, about they love to sing. They don't feel like maybe they can do it as a job or a career, but they love to sing. It makes them feel happy. It makes them feel fulfilled. Same thing in college. I guess it's, you're in a different major, but you want to participate. You want to show that passion and feel it. So being able to offer that opportunity is special, because that's not the case at every college.
That's true. And that's why we think that's really special about being here at Mount Olive, because you can events things.
Well, it sounds like a lot of exciting things are happening at Mount Olive, and you all offer a tremendous amount of events for the community to attend, and that is fabulous, because that gets us on your campus, and it makes us more aware of what's happening right there on your current location in Mount Olive. So thank you for coming today. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for the invitation.
You're welcome, and thank you for giving the community updates on things that are happening and the growth that we can expect at Mount Olive College.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much.
And today you've heard more about Mount Olive College.
Hello, I'm Bonnie Dale with the Wayne County Public Library. Today, we're going to read a story by Helen Ketteman called Armadillo Chili. Miss Billy Armadillo, skit, scat, skitter down the lane. A blue norther's a-blowing, and my old cold bones are rattling for a pot of hot armadillo chili, she said. She was gathering beetles when her tarantula friend Tex came by. Hey, Tex, I'm making a pot of armadillo chili, said Miss Billy. How's about tapping your toes this way and helping me gather a box full of beetles? Tex wiggled his long, jiggly legs. Shucks, Miss Billy, I'm going dancing today. Then I'll fill my box with beetles myself, humped Miss Billy. When she finished, Miss Billy headed for her garden. She was picking jalapeno peppers and hot chilies when Mackie the Bluebird swooped down from his bush. A cold norther's a-blowing, Mackie. How's about whistling us a tune and helping me pick a peck of peppers for my armadillo chili? cried Miss Billy. Not today, Miss Billy, said Mackie. I'm shaking my tail feathers to the movie. Miss Billy snorted. Then I'll pick a peck of peppers myself. After she finished, Miss Billy scurried to the prickly pear cactus patch and started chippity-chop-chopping. Her friend Taffy, a horned toad, looked down from a rock. How's a guy supposed to concentrate with such a racket going on? Taffy, I'm chopping cactus for my armadillo chili, said Miss Billy. How's about helping me chop a chunk or two? Can't you see I'm lacing my skates? I'm skating the day away, said Taffy. Miss Billy's face turned red. Then I'll do the chopping myself. When her basket was full, Miss Billy hurried home. She began to fix her armadillo chili. She mixed and stirred and cooked and stirred some more. Soon the armadillo chili bubbled on the stove. Miss Billy was carrying out the trash when Tex tottered up. Howdy, Miss Billy, said Tex. It's a mighty cold night, and I could smell that armadillo chili a-cooking all the way home from the dance hall. Miss Billy plunked the lid on the trash can. I have a saying, Tex. No working with Billy, no sharing the chili. I'm afraid you danced yourself out of dinner, cowboy. Whoa, I'm sorry you feel that way, Miss Billy. Tex whirled around and hurried home. Miss Billy stood there, feeling sour as a scorpion. Suddenly, Mackie blew in on a cold breeze. It's a rough wind a-blowing, Miss Billy, but I could face it if I could warm myself with a bowl of that fine-smelling armadillo chili. Sorry, Mackie, snapped Miss Billy. No working with Billy, no sharing the chili. Maybe remembering that movie will keep you warm. Mackie's tail feathers drooped, and he flew away. Miss Billy went inside to stir and taste her chili. It needed a little something. She dropped a few more hot peppers in the pot. Ding dong! Miss Billy answered the door. Taffy stood there shivering. I'm freezing, Miss Billy. Could I beg a bowl of your hot armadillo chili? She chattered. Miss Billy shook her head. Land sakes, Taffy. A horned toad with goosebumps is one sorry sight. But no working with Billy, no sharing the chili. Taffy shivered and skated away. Finally, the chili was done. It smelled delicious. Miss Billy took a taste. Her ears dropped. Her armadillo chili just wasn't right. It tasted flat as a Texas prairie. She checked the recipe. She hadn't forgotten anything. What was wrong? She looked around. Her kitchen was warm and bright and cozy. Outside, the wind howled and whistled. Miss Billy peered out the window into the darkness. I know what I forgot, she said. Ding dong! The doorbell rang again. Miss Billy opened the door. Mackie, Tex, and Taffy stood in front of her. She gasped. Land sakes! Your noses are as blue as I feel. What are you carrying there? Sacks full of apologies, Tex said. Well, come on in, said Miss Billy. I brought a thermos of hot apple cider for sipping with friends, Mackie said. I brought hot jalapeno biscuits for sopping with friends, Tex said. And I brought homemade chocolate fudge to sweeten us up, Taffy added. Miss Billy hugged them all. Friends! That's what my armadillo chili was missing. The four friends sat together at the table, then talked and laughed long into the cold, blustery night. And the armadillo chili was perfect. Come by the public library. We have many, many others just like it.
We're back on WGTV, that's Wayne Goldsboro Television, the 10th of December, oh boy.
That's right, and Wayne, this Saturday,
This Saturday.
there's two things I want to mention.
Two.
One, at Waynesboro Park, they're having Christmas in the Village. That ought to be beautiful with the old buildings and old homes that they have out there all decorated. They'll have different activities going on inside the homes. It's going to be from 12 until 5. They'll have vendors and all kinds of activities happening at Waynesboro Park this Saturday from 12 until 5. They would love to see you there. It's a free event.
It is. It's all decorated up. It is beautiful.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's gorgeous out there.
And then a second event, we've talked about it before, but this Saturday also at 12 o'clock noon, there will be an event for our veterans out at Evergreen Memorial Park out on, 70 West?
Out on 70 West. They're next to Musgrave Tractor and Tire.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. There's a program that will be led by Miss Goldsboro, Emily Tucker. She has taken the reins on this, but there will be Christmas wreaths laid on every veteran's grave, and there are 450 of them at Evergreen Memorial Park. We would love to have you come out and join us and support our vets and show them our patriotism and how much we appreciate what they did. And it will be an entire ceremony out at Evergreen Park at 12 o'clock noon. The wreaths will be brought in on these big, beautiful trucks by the National Guard.
Yeah.
The Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts will be there laying the wreaths on the graves. It's just really going to be a nice program, and we'd love to have you there.
That's this Saturday. What time
This
does it
Saturday,
start?
12 o'clock.
12 noon. Okay.
That's right.
Good. Okay.
What else
Today
you got?
is the 10th. It is the, get the point? It is the Dewey Decimal System Day.
Oh, wow.
Get the point?
We get it.
Yeah, okay. Okay,
Yeah, we
Dewey
got your
Decimal
point.
System. It's also Nobel Prize Day, if you're keeping track of that, okay?
For all of those that have won them.
Yes.
They haven't presented ours yet.
I know, I keep waiting.
Me too.
Well, I changed my phone number. They may not have gotten the memo.
That's probably the reason.
Okay, birthdays. We mentioned
Yes.
birthdays, and the trivia question for today is the character Hoss Cartwright, played by Dan Blocker, was the middle brother on the TV show Bonanza. The dad and the three sons growing up out in Nevada somewhere near Carson City. Anyway, the trivia question for today is, Hoss was his nickname because he was as big as a horse. His real name was, the character's name was what? It was the same first name as Ricky Nelson's first real name.
As his first real name.
As his real first name.
Which is not Ricky.
Well, it's not Ricky. Ricky was a nickname also.
Or Richard.
Well, but that's not the answer.
Or James. I don't know, I'm just guessing.
Rick James?
I don't know, I'm just guessing at this point. What is the answer?
Eric is the answer.
Oh.
Ricky Nelson's first name was Eric.
Really?
Hoss Cartwright's first name was Eric, and they call him Hoss.
Well, I would have never guessed him to be an Eric.
Doodle-doo-doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I would not have guessed that. Oh, well, we learn something new every day.
Every single day. There you go.
That's
okay.
right.
All right.
Want to remind everybody, Go Wayne Go is still going here in Wayne County.
She's telling me to leave. Go, Wayne, go.
That's right. If you want to participate in the Go Wayne Go initiative to help Wayne County lose 1 million pounds by 2015, you can go to the site and register yourself. That is gowaynego.org. Nearly 75% of Wayne County adults are overweight or obese, and we want to counteract this.
That is just unreal. Those numbers
really
are
is.
really, I would never have believed that.
So we want to invite you once again, come on board and join the Go Wayne Go initiative. It's gowaynego.org.
GoWayneGo.org, okay?
That's exactly
All
right.
Then right now we got to go Wayne go.
Yes,
and-
we do.
and
Go,
Kim,
Kim, go.
yeah. So we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back on Wednesday. Join us at 7 a.m. or at noon or at 5:30 p.m. The program repeats throughout the day.
That's right.
So until then, go Wayne go, go Kim go. We'll be back until then. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.